అది రియల్ ప్రాజెక్ట్ స్టార్ట్ అయిందా?
Hey guys, good morning. Am I audible to you? Can you please confirm the chat? Yeah, how are you? Did you enjoy the holidays? You want more holidays? 2 days is enough, no? To recharge. Priyanka saying no. So how many went home? Diploma in data science with blockchain and AI. R programming, Hadoop, Spark, blockchain and AI. That course is not there, right? And that course also not there, right? Our batch students are high, no? That is not in my hands. Yeah, tell me hypothesis testing steps. Tell me the first step. Step 1. H naught. HA. Okay, make assumption and form null hypothesis and alternative hypothesis. Correct? Tell me step 2. Step 2, this is a generally a verbal format, right? This is a generally a verbal format. Verbal format. And that you need to make into which format now? Some simple math format. Like h not equal to mu is equal to something and mu not equal to something like that. Now make a null hypothesis. Make null and alternative hypothesis. In math format, math way. What is step 3? Set the significance level. Set the significance level. What is significance level meaning? Set the significance. What is significance level meaning? Oh, that interview will also know. Tell me. Not data. Not data. Okay. Significance level is equal to alpha. Tell me what is the exact meaning of alpha? What is the meaning of 0.05? Alpha equal to 95% of proof, right? 95% evidence is enough. 90% enough evidence is enough to not reject the null hypothesis. 95% proof enough to not reject the null hypothesis. Step 4. Step 4, we need to get the critical values, right? Get the critical values. Get the critical values based on significance level. Significance level. So what are the significance level for 95%? Tell me. Yeah, minus 1.96 and plus 1.96 for 95% or 0.05 significance level. And tell me other step fifth one. Now step fifth one is the make rejection and non-rejection area. Step fifth. So these 5 steps is nothing but our setup. This 5 steps is nothing but a setup. Any problem, you need to make these 5 steps. Any problem. Not only in any problem, he can ask on the null hypothesis testing that only not related to statistics. Is all or nothing but a hypothesis testing. A can be anything, that is. Step 6. Now you need to conduct the JET test, right? You need to conduct the JET test. So conduct the JET test. Conduct the JET. What is the JET test formula? S bar minus mu bar divided by standard error, SC. S bar minus mu bar by standard error. That is correct, good. And then, so you will get step 7 based on the Z value, based on the Z value, will get based on the Z test value, will get some values, and that values is nothing but observed values. What we are saying that? Observed values. From where you will get? From observed value directly you will get from the Z test. That observed value. Now step 8 is the conclusion. The conclusion by comparing critical values and observed values. Suppose your critical value is equal to 1.96 and your observed value is equal to 2.58. Your critical value is equal to 1.96, observed value is equal to 2.58. What is that exact meaning of this? Tell me, you want to reject the null hypothesis or accept the null hypothesis? So you are getting like this. So here 1.96 and here minus 1.96. So this is a not rejected area and this is a rejected area. This is a rejected. And this is also rejected area. Now you got 2.58. 2.58 definitely falls. This is 2.58. 2.58. You are getting 2.58 means the simply one common sense is your Z is equal to S bar minus by standard error, right? Standard error. Out of I am getting, that is my mu is 4.3. That is the 4.3. That is my assumption. And you are taking some sample. And that mu is equal to 1. Suppose that mu is equal to 1. You made yourself as a good manager, but I am giving a rating of 1. That means you are very, very bad manager. Correct? That is by S bar. So 1 minus 4.3. 1 minus 4. Definitely your assumption is wrong. I have a strong enough variance, definitely. You have a one is a very, very less, right? One is very, very less. So far, one is here. One is yeah. Sorry, guys. I don't know why it is gone. So what I'm saying is, you need to put some common sense. Your sample rating, how much you not close to your assumption? That is the first question. It is definitely not close to the assumption. So definitely you'll reject the null hypothesis. Definitely reject the null hypothesis. That's the second thing. It is not close. Your assumption, your sample value. So what we need to put the common sense like this. Sample value is not close to assumption value. So that means definitely what happen will reject the null hypothesis. Reject the null hypothesis. You are reject the null hypothesis means the sample value pakka it is in the rejection area only. It is in rejection area only. The sample value of Z score, it will fall in the rejection area only because that's why it is not close. It not close means the sample value of Z score is definitely will fall in which area? Rejection area. There's no doubt in that. If sample value is very, very close, then definitely your assumption might be right? So that will definitely in which area now? In the non-rejection area. So that is the immediate common sense. By calculating the sample value only, half of the answer is done. Whether you can reject, whether you can not reject the null hypothesis. The same way here also we can write like this. The sample value is different. Sample value of Z score is different. Correct? Both are different, right? Sample value is nothing but your mean value. Z score is nothing but formula is what? S bar minus mu bar by standard error. That means you are providing your S bar here in this formula, then you will get a Z score. So Z score of sample value is different and sample value is the different. Z score of sample value is different. So sample value is different. Sample value is close to assumption value. Then our common sense saying that not reject the null hypothesis. Not reject the null hypothesis. That means sample value of Z score is now fall in which area? Non-rejection area. Non-rejection area. So this is a simple common sense. Now tell me one more thing now. Open the Z table now, everyone. Open the Z table once. Voice is not clear, Arun. Can you please confirm once again? Voice is lagging. Now is fine. Okay. Priyanka saying yes for what? Yes, that is. It's clear now. Okay. Now please open your Z table once. Please open your Z table. So now we are providing a significance level value and your critical value, and you are getting like this. Suppose let's do this. Significance level is equal to 0.05. Significance level how much? 0.05. When 0.05 means what is your Z score you are providing? What is your Z? What your Z score, right? Before going to Z score, what you are calculating? 100 minus that is equal to 5%. 100 minus 5%. and that is equal to 95%, correct? 95%. It is 0.05 means it is a 5%. That is significance level you are setting up. You are setting up. So how much you are getting? 95%. And what is the value you are getting? 1.96. 1.96 you are getting. And this we are calling is called what? Critical values. What we are calling is called critical value. And this you are after significance level, how much evidence, how much proof you required? How much proof you required? And this you are setting up, set up. This is a bar. You can say that bar or threshold or whatever you can say that. Threshold. So this is a bar or threshold, significance level 0.05, and how much proof you require? 95% critical value. Now here what you are getting is, here you are getting a observed value thing. After conducting the jet test, you are getting the observed value. How much observed value you are getting in the last class? 1.48 you got. How much you got? 1.48. So minus or plus, that is both are same thing, that is 1.4. Now you are comparing critical with observed value, right? You are comparing with the critical with observed value. That means 95% value is called 1.96 means for 1.48 also you have one more value will be there. Yes or no? For 95% you are saying 1.96. Similarly for 1.48 also there should be some values there or not? Some value should be there or not? Yes or no? Pakka? Check me that. What is the value in the jet table? $1.48K, what is the value? So 0.1387. 138. 0.138 means how much that is? 100 minus 13.8. That is equal to how much? 87 approximately. 86. 86%. Correct? So for 1.48, what you are getting? 0.138. Box. So what I'm saying is, for calculation, you are getting how much value? 1.48. Now, general think about that. How you are getting the critical value? 1.96. We are setting up a bar equal to 0.05. And from the 0.05 means 5%. And 5% means how much proof you required? 95%. So from the jet table, 95% is equal to 1.96. Now we'll do the reverse engineering. We'll do the reverse engineering. What is reverse engineering? Jet score is giving 1.48. 1.48 means from jet table, how much that value? 0.138. That means how much that value? 86%. Till I did not mention the title. Okay, don't imagine your title. Okay, I did not mention the title. Here, what is the title here? That is bar or threshold. Here, what is the title here? How much proof you require? Here, what is the title? Critical value. For this 1.48, what is the title? Observed value. Now, this for 1.48, what you are getting 0.138 is nothing but, it is nothing but a p value. What we call is called p value. From the analysis, whatever we are getting the value is called p value. From the analysis. Okay. Before analysis, what you are setting is nothing but what? Alpha value. Before what you are getting is called alpha value. Now, from the analysis, whatever you are getting value is called p value. This p value, now alpha value will tell about how much proof you required to not reject the null hypothesis. In your language, to accept the null hypothesis. Correct? What is the 5% is nothing but I'm okay with 95% is required. If you prove that my null hypothesis is true, Virat Kohli average is 50 or 60. So how much proof you need require now to prove that 95%. 95%. But this p-value is look like a Kattappa. You know Kattappa? What Kattappa will do? He will believe the Prabhas, but he will kill the Prabhas. Okay. Is a Kattappa. So Kattappa will say that I am fine. Okay, you are correct. Who is correct? Null hypothesis is correct. But I will gather the evidence to make you wrong. I will gather the evidence to make you wrong. So what is the p-value here? P-value believes, it will believes p-value things like p-value assumption is like that null hypothesis true. Null hypothesis true. Null hypothesis true. But it will gather the information against null hypothesis. Null hypothesis. So in your language, we can say that it will gather the information in favor of alternative hypothesis. Alternative hypothesis. Alternative hypothesis. So your proof is 95% proof. You are ready with 95% proof. In favor of whom? Null hypothesis. But you are working in favor of whom? Alternative hypothesis. To kill you, how much evidence I required here? To kill you, how much evidence I required here? 90? Now more than 95. How much evidence I required? More than 95. Yes or no? Are you getting? So you are one liar. I am also another liar. You are based on your client, you gather 95% information. But if I want to win, how much percent I have required in favor of my client? 96%, right? More than 95. More than 95. But I am not able to gather that much information. I am not able to gather. Now compare this 95 and 86. Now who will win? In favor or in, this is what happened? This is in favor of alternative hypothesis. This is nothing but in favor of whom? In favor of null hypothesis. Now compare these two values, who will win? Compare this to 95 and 86, who will win? Null hypothesis. Then what is null hypothesis? Virat Kohli average is 60. So that's why we are accepting the null hypothesis. We are rejecting the alternative hypothesis. Are you getting? Again, I am repeating. Very, very simple. By using Z test, how much value you are getting? 1.48. 1.48, what is your p-value? 13%. 13% means how much the value exactly? 86. But this 86 in favor of whom? Alternative hypothesis. What is null hypothesis here? Null hypothesis H naught equal to mu equal to 60 and HA equal to mu not equal to 60. Equal to 60. Now do you tell me, based on this analysis, mu equal to 60 is correct or mu not equal to 60 is correct? Mu equal to 60. Pakka? No doubts in that? Anyone has doubts? Anyone has doubts in this? Mu equal to 60 is accepted. That is this is the correct. So this is the correct. From rejection, not rejection area. No, not rejection area. First we will get the observed value. First we will get what? Observed value. Then we will check in the area. That is where this point is falling. Okay, where this point is falling. Then we are comparing the critical values. Before what we are doing? Before we are comparing the we are comparing critical values. We are comparing critical value and observed value, correct? So observed value is falling in the rejection area, then you are doing that rejecting. If you're not rejecting means not rejecting. That is the observed value and the critical value. Now this is a different way analysis. What is the different way analysis here? Here you are getting 1.48 means how much evidence you have. In favor of whom? So that is matching to, that is opposite, exactly opposite, right? When you put the competition with 95 and 86, two opposite teams are there. One is null hypothesis there, another one is who is there? Alternative hypothesis there. Then definitely who will win? 95, null hypothesis. Null hypothesis means you are accepting the null hypothesis. And when 1.48 is also non-rejection area. That is only the definition is whatever you are doing the 1.48, the value is nothing but 0.138. 0.138 means how much the percentage? 86. So here P value, you are gathering, you are doing the analysis to gather the information about the alternative hypothesis. So what I'm making the statement, listen the statement very, very clearly. Whatever you are doing analysis, what is the analysis you will do? You will take a sample. Okay. When you take a sample and you calculated the mean and you calculate in the z-score. And the z-score will give which value? Some value, observed value, not critical value. Which value? Observed value. So observed value also will give some percentage. Now let's come to here. You are saying that observed value is equal to 1.48, suppose. Observed value is equal to 1.48. Now 1.48 value is here. 1.48 value is here. So it is very clear 1.48 is in non-rejection area. That's why you are saying that you are accepting the null hypothesis. So you are stick on the null hypothesis, correct? The null hypothesis is true. This is very, very clear. Now same logic, same conclusion I can made in a different way. What is the different way? I am checking this 1.48 percentage. What is the 1.48 percentage? That is area, 13 percentage. How much that I am getting? 13 percentage. 13 percentage means how much that area? 87. So this entire thing is 87, but this area is nothing but how much area now? This is area 87. 87 also in which area? Non-rejection area. But suppose this 87 is going to till 98, suppose 98. So you are covering how much area? 98, suppose. How much area you are covering? 98. 98 is going to which area now? Rejection area. So what is this 98 and what is this 86? What is the definition of this? What is this 98? What is this 87? What is the definition of this? The definition is you have this much a percentage of evidence in favor of alternative hypothesis. What is the definition of this? You have this much of evidence to in favor of alternative hypothesis. So now tell me how much of evidence you have now? I have 87% of evidence. In favor of whom? In favor of alternative hypothesis. Alternative hypothesis. But how much I need required? I required to defeat a null hypothesis, to reject null hypothesis, I need to gather more than 95% of evidence in favor of alternative hypothesis. In favor of alternative hypothesis. That is not happening. How much I have? 87 only I have. So who is correct now? Null hypothesis is correct. Based on the values also you are getting the same thing, right? Based on the values also you are getting same. But in the world, no one is comparing the values. Everyone will compare that P value and alpha value. You will only compare what? P value and alpha value. Very, very three simple steps, ma. First, what is P value? P value is assumption that null hypothesis true. But what it will do? It will do Kattappa work. What it will do? Kattappa work. So, man, Prabhas is good, but I will kill the Prabhas. Okay. Prabhas is good, I will kill the Prabhas. So, I will gather the information against Prabhas. Against Prabhas. But how much you need required? You required what? You are more than significance level. Because your lawyer is already ready to prove you are correct with 95% evidence. So how much evidence I required to defeat your lawyer? More than 95. More than 95. If it is not coming more than 95, you are true. If more than 95 is coming, I am true. Very simple. Very simple. How much you get that percentage value? Based on the calculation critical value, and observed value is coming based on the calculation 1.48. 1.48 means how much value? 0.138. So 0.138 means how much? 87. And this 86 and 95 you will compare. Very, very simple. Understood till now? Any doubts? Can you please confirm the chat? Can you please confirm the chat? Priyanka is good, Navaran is good, Uma Maheshwar is good. Now you tell me, now question for you. Now question for you. Critical value is equal to 1.96. Observed value is equal to 1.48. What is the answer? What is the answer? Null hypothesis? True. Pakka? So you are not rejecting the null hypothesis. Not reject the null hypothesis. Which means you are accepting the null hypothesis. Accept the null hypothesis. Pakka. Now, critical value ka alpha value anta alpha. What is alpha value? 0.05. Now, what is the p value for this? 0.13. Now, say answer is same. Answer will not change. What is the answer? Not reject the null hypothesis. Answer is same. Now, tell me the comparison. How can you say to the entire world if p less than alpha or p greater than alpha to not reject the null hypothesis? Now, p less than alpha or p greater than alpha here? Tell me, in this p greater than alpha, p less than alpha here. Now, p greater than alpha. So, p greater than alpha means it is not reject the null hypothesis. So, p less than alpha, it reject the null hypothesis. So, it is a mantra. P less than alpha, reject the null hypothesis. In industry, they will do this mantra. P less than alpha, reject the null hypothesis. P less than alpha, reject the... This is a fixed. P less than alpha, P less than alpha, P less than alpha. But no one will explain what is P. What is the logic behind that? They know only that P less than alpha, reject the null hypothesis. Python code will give that P value, Python code will give that alpha value, they will compare and they will reject the null hypothesis. Simple. So in industry, P less than alpha means reject the null hypothesis. Now Google it. Just type that. What is P less than alpha? Just type it. P less than alpha. P less than alpha. What is there? It is less than alpha. What you are doing? Reject the null hypothesis. That's it. That is the mantra. P less than alpha means what? Reject the null hypothesis. But what is P? You are not able to gather the enough information in favor of alternative hypothesis. P is what? It's just trying to gather the information. Just trying to gather the information. That information is more than the alpha or not. more than the alpha or not. Very, very simple. That's why P value method, this you forget about, this you will not understand. Only the thing is P value is greater than alpha means you are accepting the null hypothesis, and P value less than alpha means you are rejecting the null hypothesis. Very, very simple. But what is P? What is P? What it will do? P is nothing but Kattappa. Tell me what Kattappa will do. Gathering the proof in favor of alternative hypothesis. Okay. But how much original proof you have? 95%. If your proof is more than 95, then your liar is wrong. I am good. Understood, Saurav? Now tell me, explain me. Forget absurd and critical. No one will talk about absurd and critical. That's very easy, no? Observed value. From Z test, what will come? Observed value will come. Observed value will come. Not don't use significance term. Okay. Tell me when you use significance term. In your setup, what your setup here? The third setup is what? You are setting a significance level. That is nothing but alpha 0.05. Now, when you are conducting Z test, what value will get? Observed value will get. You are comparing observed value and critical value. That is very, very easy. But from the observed value also, you will get what? Percentage you will get. That is P value. Now, this time, instead of comparing critical value, what you need to compare now? What you need to compare now? P and alpha. Now, tell me, observed critical value is greater than value here and P greater than alpha here. Both are opposite. Don't think like that. Now, here what is coming? Very, very simple. Here 1.96. 1.96 greater than 1.48. Yes or no? Then you are doing that, not rejecting the null hypothesis. Not reject the null hypothesis. But here, when you compare this P and alpha, who is greater than here? 1.38. 1.38 greater than 0.138. 0.13 greater than 0.05. The answer will not vary. That is also not reject only. That is also not reject only. But before you compared observed and critical values, now onwards, what you need to compare? P with alpha. Now onwards, what we need to compare? P with alpha. This value related with P. This value related with what? P. And this value related with what? Alpha. But this value is related with what? It is observed value. So critical value. Critical value where is coming? Alpha only. And this value is nothing but what? Observed value. You don't compare this, or this is greater than, this should be greater than. No. Here this should be greater than means it should not be greater than. See, here is alpha is there, but here is alpha is there. See? For understanding what I'm saying. Don't compare. Sir, here is greater than, here is greater than, here should be less than, here should be less than. That is not that. Only simple 3 steps. First, what is P value? Immediately P value means you need to remember Kattappa. First, that is the simple. What Kattappa will do? Gather the information against the Prabhas. Correct. It work for Rana, not for Prabhas. It work for Rana. Then he is more powerful than Prabhas or not? That is the next question. That means how much information he gather for Rana? 87. But already Prabhas, how much he has? 95. Then compare it step by step. So that's why what is the famous thing here? P less than alpha, P greater than alpha. So P less than alpha means what you need to do? Not reject null hypothesis. P less than alpha means reject the null hypothesis. This is a very, very famous term in industry. P less than alpha. P less than, in the Python code also, they will give the answer like that only. P less than alpha only they will give. In the R code or Python code. But immediately you need to strike that our alpha is equal to original assumption, but P less than alpha. P less than alpha means think like that. P is equal to 0.02. 0.02 means only 2% area is left. How much area you got now? 98% area. In favor of whom? Alternative hypothesis. Then who will win? Alternative hypothesis win. Those who will reject? Null hypothesis will reject. Simple. Okay? Now same thing. P is equal to 0.15. How much area it is? 15%. 15% means how much area? 85%. 85% related to whom? Alternative hypothesis. Now this is less than 95. Then who will lose? Alternative hypothesis loss. That means null hypothesis is true. Simple. Understood p-value? Understood, ma'am? I think you got again confusion. Now tell me, you explain me, I will listen now. Now by calculating the Z test, what you will get? Tell me. First question, what you will get? Observed value, correct? From the observed value, what you will get? What you will get? P-value. From the observed value, you go to the Z test, you check that area, how much you will get? P-value will get. How much you will get? P-value. Suppose P-value is equal to 0.15. Immediately P-value. Now how much area that is? P is equal to 0.5 means how much area? 85%. 85% area is in favor of whom? Alternative hypothesis. But your null hypothesis now how much actually? 95. Now who will win, who will lose here? Null hypothesis win. Alternate hypothesis loss. Then final what is that? Accept the null hypothesis or reject the null hypothesis? Not reject the null hypothesis. So now compare P and alpha. P less than or P greater than alpha. Who will win? Null hypothesis win. So not reject null hypothesis. And that only in the Google, what it's saying that P less than alpha, reject the null hypothesis. P less than alpha, reject the null hypothesis. Yeah. Umamaheshwar is good. Tell me, still any doubts in this? Now onwards, you need to compare which values? P value and alpha value is always 0.05 or 0.01. Okay, either 10%, either 5%, not more than that, not less than that. Every time. That is the we are setting up, right? We are making the rules. What is the rule that? 0.05 or 0.010. That means that only. What are the Z values, famous values? 90, 95 and 99. Now, so alpha values how much will be there? 10%, 5%, 1%. 10% means how much value? 0.1, 0.05 and 0.010. This will come. 90, 95, 99 is the fixed values. Now, after calculating Z test, you will get P values. You will get P values. Now that P value you are comparing with out of this one value, right? Out of this one value. Then you can know reject or not reject. What is the mantra? P less than alpha. Reject or not reject? Tell me loudly. P less than alpha, reject, null hypothesis. Say once again. P less than alpha, reject, null hypothesis. Understood? What is P here? What is P here? P value will gather the evidence in favor of whom? Alternative hypothesis. Reverse engineering. P is equal to 0.1, 0.2, 0.02. How much area is left? 2%. That means how much area you gathered? 98% in favor of whom? So that's it. This you need to remember. Some people confuse, they will confuse this 0.02. So 0.02 is less than, no, sir. Like that, doc. No. How much information you are gathering? How much strong evidence you have that you want to reject the null hypothesis? Okay. I have so much evidence strong. You are guilty. You are doing wrong. I can say that I have so much evidence. That is how much I have? 98%. Like that. So we are good, right? P-value? P-value is important, ma. Okay, you should not confuse. Again, P less than alpha. P less than alpha. What you will do? Reject null hypothesis. Reject null hypothesis. P is a value generally gather the information in favor of alternative hypothesis. Alternative hypothesis. ठीक है, good? No confusion? Everyone? Okay, I will give 1 minute time. I'll give 1 minute time. Just look at this and we'll do one calculation. Tell me that is. Do I have assignment is there? But before that assignment, we will do in the classroom one question and then we will do that. Ajare. Yeah. Do the first question, everyone. Do it. You have 5 minutes time. Do the first question. H naught equal to mu equal 25. Still more zoom you want? HA is equal mu not equal to 25. X bar is equal to 28.1. Kya the question? There is no H naught. Write that H naught. What I am saying, you just write it. H naught equal to mu equal 25. HA equal to mu not equal to 25. X bar is equal 28.1. N is equal 57. Sigma is equal to 8.46. Alpha is equal significant survival is 0.01. Use the p-value to reach statistical conclusion. Use the critical value method. What are the critical sample mean values? Do it. Everyone. Step 1, step 2, step 3, step 4, step 5, 6, 7. Fatafat. Everyone should do. Don't sit idle in the class. They're very, very important. Uma saying reject null hypothesis. Paka. P value conclusion, tell me. Inject, critical values are 2.58, 2.58, correct? Then step 5, what is the mean value that is? 28.1, no? 28.1 and this is 25. The big actually, right? 3 values are there. And what is this is called 58.46. 8.46 divided by 57. How much you are getting? 2.76. So observed value is equal to 2.76. Now step 5th. So now what is the p-value? P-value for 2.76. P-value for 2.76. How much? 2.76, huh? Pakka? 2.7. How much p-value? 0.00578. Arun Kumar saying that. 0.00578. Which means how much area is there? Directly you can say that, right? P less than alpha, P greater than alpha now. P less than alpha or P greater than alpha? What's the conclusion? P less than alpha. P less than alpha. What is the alpha? 0.1. No? Reject hypothesis or not reject hypothesis? That's it. Reject. Reject the null hypothesis. You have enough evidence to reject the null hypothesis. What the meaning is called? P is giving the enough evidence. So P means how much? 0.005 means how much evidence it's giving? 0.0000578 means it is giving almost 99.995. 995, can I assume that? No. It is enough evidence. It is enough evidence against null hypothesis. That's why we are rejecting the null hypothesis. Because you are saying 99% is enough. That is in favor. That is alpha, right? Alpha is equal to 0.01. Alpha is equal to how much? 0.01 is nothing but 99% is favorable. Favorable to null hypothesis. But this is favorable to whom? Alternative hypothesis. It is favorable to alternative hypothesis. Then who win? Alternative win. That's why we are rejecting the null hypothesis. That's it. P-value concept. Understood now? Everyone? You need to say this is in the interview. It is enough evidence to against the null hypothesis. Okay? So P-value is nothing but a kattappa. Easy that is. And step 8, step 7, that is very, very simple, right? You can easily compare with observed value and the critical value. Observed value is going to which area? Rejection area. So 2.76 means after 2.58. 2.58 is your cutoff. 2.76 is the after the cutoff. And that is nothing but a rejection area. Here. Here is a 2.7. but you are providing only 2.58 here. It go into rejection area. That is easy to conclude. Answer will not, answer will same, right? Answer will not change. The way of explanation will change. How you are explaining observed value versus critical value or p value versus alpha value. How you are explaining, answer will not change. Once you know critical value or comparing observed value, you are rejecting the null hypothesis, that answer will not change. The way of explanation will change. You are comparing p and alpha now. You are comparing p and alpha. Everyone is getting good? Pakka? Yeah, we'll do 9.2 and then we'll close this. 9.2. Nine point two. 9.2. Only one first one, 9.2 is the only first one that is. So whenever you seeing this less than and greater means it is a one tail test. One tail. Not equal to means either greater than or less than, right? That is called two tail. Not equal to means there are two possible conditions. Correct. Either can greater than or can less than. But here you are seeing definitely a less than means it is a one tail. So reject or not reject. But the process is same. Process is same. Not reject. Arun is saying that not reject the null hypothesis. So P greater than alpha is coming. Nikita asking me how p value. What is the p value? 0. 0.02. Okay. So 0.02. Minus नहीं आएगा. Okay. Minus 2.3. That value. Minus 2.3 means how much is the value? P value will be same, no? 0.0215. Alpha value is equal to 0.01. Then tell me P less than or P greater than alpha? P less than alpha. Accept the null hypothesis or reject the null hypothesis? Tell me. Accept or reject? क्या हो दीपक? Accept. No, not like that. Like this. I'll tell you. Suppose mu is equal to 25 is there. Mu not equal to 25 is there. Okay. Mu not equal to 25 means what are the possible outcomes? Mu greater than 25 is a possible outcome. Mu less than 25 is a possible outcome. Less than 25 is the possible outcome. And if anyone says this is called two-tail test. What is called here called? Two-tail. Two-tail test. The same here. Mu is equal to 25. Mu less than 25 means it is called one-tail test. It is called one-tail test. One-tail test. In two-tail test, you have two cutoffs will be available. Two critical values will be available. Two critical values, either plus or minus. But in one-tail test, you have only one critical value will be available. And remaining everything is the not reject. And remaining this is called the reject. Because a one-tail test. One-tail test means everything is the not reject, only one part is called reject. Two-tail means what happen? Some part here reject is there, some part here reject is there. That is the only change, and remaining analysis everything is similar. Remaining everything analysis is similar. You no need to confuse about that. That is one-tail test and two-tail test. So what is the final answer? Everyone is saying accept null hypothesis. Not reject. Uma saying that reject. Reject or not reject? Why are itna confusion, Saurabh? Accept. Same analysis. That only. Either or this, no? Either this will be there or this will be there, right? Either this will be reject. This is not reject. Everything. Right tail test, left tail test. Either as this. Now tell me your p-value. How much is the p-value? 0.2, 0.02, 145. And this is 0. And this is 100. Zero 0.02 means how much percentage that is? 90? 97.855. So 97 means what is this value? 90? 0. What is the original alpha? 99. So this is 99. Oh, only 1% is left here. So 1% is left, correct? That is only one tail, that is less than right. Only one tail, that is. So 1% is left here. 99 is here. Simple, one tail, right? One tail means what happened? Very, very simple. What is your alpha value? 0.01 means how much percentage? 99 percentage. Leke bar no real axis. 0 to 100. 99 किधर है? इधर इधर है 99. Start here. Start here. Go like this. Go like this. Go like this. Where is the 99 will come? Correct. Before base the tail. And this is 1% left. This is 99%. This is 99%. No confusion in that. No confusion in that. Again, I'm telling. What your alpha value? Simple question. Alpha is equal to 0. How much percentage is there? 99. So this is the cutoff is the 99. I'm saying that the area, if you calculated from here to here, this is a 99, and whatever is the left, this side is called 1% is left. Understand? Understand everyone? Because this is a one tail test. Either take this is a 1% or take this is the 99%. 99%. Now how much area you got it after the Z value? 0. What is the p value now? What is the p value? 0.02. That means how much percentage? 99.9. That means it is moving into rejection area only, na? It is moving into rejection area only. So you are rejecting the null hypothesis. Simple. There is no difference. Calculation wise, no difference. That is not correlation. But we will to say that not reject the, not accepting, not reject. You can't say like this. See here. Your null hypothesis is rejecting. Which means you are not rejecting alternative hypothesis. But don't say I am accepting. I am accepting alternative hypothesis. Okay. Don't say that. Not reject. You need to say. So calculation wise no difficulty, ma. Everyone understood it is accept or reject now. P is equal 0.02 means 98%. Correct. They are saying 0.002. Arun, you are saying 0.02, no? 0.02. What is the p value coming exactly? Tell me now. Why you are giving different answers? I don't know. What is the p value? 0.02. Correct, everyone. This after that, how many digits? 1. Suppose now 0.021 means how much percentage? 97.9. 97.9. Then who will win? Who will lose? 99% is already alpha is there, no? Alpha is equal to 99% is already there. Then who will win? Who will lose? So not reject the null hypothesis, no? You said 99. So you are saying 0.02 means not 2%. 97.9. Okay, Maz. Okay. 99.9 వస్తుందా? ఎందుకు అట్లా వస్తుంది? 0.021. So 0.021 into how much percentage that is? Now you are saying 99 means 1% left, right? 1% means how much that is? 0.01. 98 means how much percentage that is? 2%. That means how much is there? 0.02. Now tell me 0.021 means how much that is? 2.1%, na? So 2.1% means how much the value now? How much the value? 97.9. Yes or no? 97.9. 0.021. Am I correct? Am I wrong? Tell me, am I correct or wrong? Tell me if I'm wrong. I don't know maths. Correct or wrong? 1% means 0.01 or not? 0.001. Tell me. 1% means how much? Tell me, Deepak. Tell me this. 1% means how much? 0.01 or 0.001? 0.05 means how much? That is pakka, you know. 0.05 means how much? 95. Then 0.01 means how much? 99. Then 0.02 means how much? Then tell me. हो गया मैथ्स? हाँ? क्या रे तो हाँ? चलो. Just story. Case, some case is there. Suppose, assume that Deepak has hired as a manager for Nykaa. Okay. Deepak, good company. Okay. And for a manager for Nykaa. Then what he will do? At the time, what happened? Nykaa sales are not that much good. Not that much good. So his main goal is next 3 months, he wants to increase the sales. Increase the sales. For that, he has a brilliant idea. He wants to advertise. He's laughing. Brilliant idea means "यो, उसने लिपस्टिक लगाया क्या पिक्चर क्या why you are laughing, Saurav? He wants a brilliant idea. Advertise about products. Advertise about products. For that, he choose 3 medias. For that, he choose 3 medias. One is newspaper. Okay. Another one is TV. Another one is social media. He is a manager. So he don't know about the formula and all these things. Then he knows that your output is, that is your main goal is sales. So he will ensure that sales equal to newspaper plus TV plus social media. He has written this equation number 1. Then he went to Arun. Arun is a data scientist. Arun is a data scientist in his team. He is asking Arun. Now Deepak is asking Arun, is my equation is true or not? My equation true or not? Tell me, what is your answer? Understood the story, everyone? Deepak is a manager for Nykaa. He wants to increase the sales. He choose 3 mediums to advertise. One is TV, another one is the newspaper, another one is the social media. So he is a manager. He is not a technical guy. So he made a equation, sales equal to, if I'm increasing the newspaper, maybe sales might be increased. I'm increasing the TV, might be increased. If I'm spending some money on this, my sales might be increased. So now Harun is a data scientist in his team. Now Deepak is asking Arun, is my equation is correct or wrong? Tell me, this equation is right or wrong? Can I make this equation? Sales equal to newspaper plus TV plus social media. Because all the combination of spending money is increasing my sales. Polo, yes or no? Tell me, Renuka, equation is correct or wrong? What more? Sales equal to newspaper. By spending a money on newspaper and TV and social media, my sales should be increased. Tell me, that equation is correct or wrong? Uma is saying no. Where is Arun? Arun, this is question for you only. You are not telling. False. Why false? If it is true, why true? Sales equal to, I'm spending a money on something advertisement. Then you have a transaction is there, a data is there. Think like that, a data is there. In the data, you have a sales is there, and TV is there, social media is there, and your sales per month is there. There no. ICICI Bank share market, P by E ratio, and face value, and product value, everything value will be displayed, and finally share market value will be there, right? There. Data is there. This kind of data is available. Tell me, if it is not possible, why it is not possible? Spending money is different from the actual sales. Spending money is different. That is okay. You are thinking like that this is the money and this is the sales. Units are different. Don't think like that. Now tell me one more question. There's one project is there in your office. One project is there in your office. Okay. In the project, who will be there? Project manager will be there. Lead will be there. and developer will be there. Developer will be there. Now success of project. Success of project equal to project manager plus lead plus developer. All together will works only, then only the project will works. Correct? So can I say this equation is true or false? True. This equation is true. So who will work more, developer or project manager? Then developer also, then project manager also gives the same credit. Developer also got the same credit. Who will credit more? Project manager. Who will work more? Developer. Developer will work more, project manager will get. This equation is wrong because you are providing an equal importance. Very, very important, ma. You are giving equal importance. Equal importance to all kind of people. Project manager equal, lead is equal, and developer equal. But the scenario is developer will do more work, project manager will do more credit, no? So that's not good. We should avoid. So now tell me, how can you know, how can I am saying that you are giving a more equal important in this equation? Tell me. Very good. Your multiplication factor is how much? 1. Your multiplication factor is how much? 1. Your multiplication factor is how much? 1. That means the multiplication factor is equal means you are providing the equal importance. In the same way, here also the equation is wrong because the multiplication factor is how much? 1. 1, 1, 1 means TV is same impact as newspaper, newspaper has same impact as social media. Is that true? Who is more impact? Social media. So social media get rank more 10, no? That is 10 times more. Maybe this is 5 times. Maybe this is 2 times. That is a coefficient thing. That is a coefficient thing. So here any equation 2 into newspaper, 5 into TV, 10 into social media, that this coefficient differ means that is the highest important. That is the highest important. So here we are saying that, so the equation will be generally, the generalized equation will be here may be K1, here may be K2, here may be K3. So this K1, K2, K3 is nothing but a coefficients. Is a coefficients. Coefficients plays very, very important role in any equation. That's why in the equation also you will see x is equal to 3x plus 4y will be there. Suppose. Or some z is equal to. Some z is equal to what will be there? 3x plus 4y. That means you are multiplying this x with 3, y with 4. Tomorrow you multiply with x with 30 and y will 40. Again, this is a different scenario. Again, that is a different scenario. Suppose this is minus 40. Again, that is a different scenario. Now, let's learn these scenarios. Let's learn these scenarios. Now, we have a very, very famous equation is there. Y is equal to mx plus c is there. Y is equal to mx plus c is there. What it is saying that it is called line equation. Line equation. What is the importance of m here? What is the importance of c here? What is the importance of m here? A slope. M is equal to slope. What is the importance of that? What is the importance of that? C is equal to what? Intercept. What is that? Intercept. Nothing but a constant. It is the intercept. What is the importance of this? If you want to know the importance, let's take a book and pen and just draw this. Y is equal to x and y is equal to 2x, y is equal to 3x, y is equal to 4x. Let's do this, everyone. Please do this me, everyone. This is very, very important. So this is x, y is equal to x, y is equal to 2x, y is equal to 3x. X is equal to 1. What is the value here? 1. Here what is the value? Here what is the value? Now here 2, 2, 4, What is the value? 3, 3, 6, 9, 4, 4, huh? Then 8, 12. Without solving now, tell me. What is the difference here? 1 say 2, 2 say 3, 3 say 4, 4 say? What is the difference? 2 say 4, 4 say 6, 6 say 8, 10. What is the value? 15. Now tell me here. Tell me here. Draw this. Draw all these three and tell me. Draw this. Draw this and tell me what is your observation. Everything is straight line. Draw that and tell me. Line always not curve. Line will not never curve. Line always be a straight line. Line always be a straight line. Okay. Are you able to see this kind of things? One line above one line. Are you able to see this kind of thing? One line above one line. Done. All lines never be on one on line one. It will not be like that. Y is equal to x this 1, y is equal to 2x, y is equal to 3x. The line will be shift. Line will be shift. Ma. When your slope changes, your line will be rotates. Slope changes, line will be rotates. Understand that. Now what is the angle of this? Some theta 1. What is the angle of this? Some theta 2. What is the angle of this? Theta 3. Your slope is changes, the line rotation will be changed. Slope will change, line rotation. Agree with me? Everyone? Slope will change, then rotation of the line will be changed. The slope will change, rotation of line will be changed. Change. That was slope m is equal to tan theta. Slope m is equal to what is the m formula generally? Slope of m is equal to tan theta. Tan theta. I'll just write like this. That is the importance of slope, ma. What is the meaning of m is not a slope? M is nothing but it is a rotation of line. Rotation of line. Slope m equal to tan theta. So m gives obviously the theta, angle theta it will give. Theta is equal to tan inverse of m. theta is equal to tan inverse of m. If you submit m, you will get angle value. So now m is responsible. Now m is responsible for rotation of line. Rotation of line. And C is responsible for lift the line. C is responsible for lift the line. It will lift the line. It will lift the line. It will lift the line. Suppose if you add here 2 plus, if you add here 2 plus 3x, if you add one more thing, is called 2 plus 3x. Y is equal to 2 plus 3x means here your line will be lifted by 2 points. That means it will start from here. Instead of 0, the same line, same angle, but lifted by how many units now? 2 units. Like this. And this is nothing but what? Y is equal to 2 plus 3x. Y is equal to 2 plus 3x. That means your intercept is what is responsible for? Lifting the line. Your coefficient is responsible for what? Changing the line. Rotation and lifting. That is the meaning. But unfortunately, they will not teach us in the school days this kind of things. And the same mindset will follow up in BTech and intermediate, and will never learn this kind of things. But this is very, very important, this kind of understandings. Now tell me, coefficients are useful for what? Coefficients. The same formula, y is equal to mx, y is equal to mx plus c, y is equal to mx plus c. The same formula, y is equal to mx plus c. Now, if you rearrange this, the same equation here, you can do like this also. Ax plus by plus c equal to 0. Ax plus by equal to 0. Y is equal to minus a by m plus x plus c, same thing, no? Y is equal to mx plus c, and these are both are line equations only. Agree with me? Agree with me? So here, what are the coefficients here? A and B. So here A and B is the coefficients. A and B are coefficients. So coefficients is nothing but what? Slopes. Coefficients is nothing but what? Slopes. Coefficient is nothing but slopes. Here M is equal to also coefficient. M also a coefficient. All the coefficients are nothing but slopes. All the coefficients are nothing but what now? Slopes. Any doubts in that? That is only valid, right? What you are saying, M is equal to what? Slope. But M is multiplied in front of what? X. That is nothing but in front of what? It is called coefficient. In mathematics, we say that y is equal to mx plus b. Sorry. So this is a line equation. No doubt in that. And A and B are now what? A and B are slopes in maths, in school maths. But here A and B now are coefficients in machine learning. Coefficients in machine learning. And A and B are weights. What we call weights. How much weightage you are providing? Social media has a more weightage. That's why you're multiplying with what? 10. Newspaper is a less weightage. That's why you're multiplying with 1. Developer has to do more work. That's why provide the more weightage to him. That A and B are weights in deep learning. In deep learning. Ax plus by plus c equal to what is equation? Line equation. A and B are generally slopes, and that only coefficients, that only weightages. All are same names. All are same names, but when the subject changes, the meaning will be changed. In the same thing we call in the school days, it's called slopes. But now we are calling the coefficients. In the deep learning concept, what we call weights. How much weightage you are providing to social media? That means you are multiplying a value in front of the social media. So that's why the equation here we called is called, and this equation sales equal to sales equal to now you already told me, sir, this is a wrong. Which is wrong, ma? This is a wrong equation, correct? This is a wrong equation. Why wrong equation? Tell me. Why wrong equation that is? Because we are providing a equal weightage. Because we are providing an equal weightage equal to all variables. You can say that all variables. So we should not provide the equal weightage. So what is the weightage could be now? We don't know anything, but the formula will be changes now like this. Sales equal to definitely beta 1 into newspaper plus beta 2 into TV plus beta 3 into social media. That's the equation. Agree with me? Now here newspaper and TV and social media is your input. You are spending money on something and that will provide some output. What is the output it will provide? Number of sales. You are spending money on your education and tomorrow you will earn the money, right? The same way. You are spending a money on the newspaper, on the TV and the social media, and the ultimately providing what? Sales. Now tell me, what are the inputs here? What are the outputs here? What is the input here? What is the input variable? What is the input variable? Newspaper, TV, social media. What is the output here? What is the output here? Sales. What are the coefficients here? What are the coefficients? Beta 1, beta 2, beta 3. Now we can represent these input variables with x1 and x2 and x3. Output variable with y. So what is the generalized equation now? Tell me. What is the generalized equation? What is the generalized equation? Tell me. Y equal to beta 1 into x1 and beta 2 into x2 and beta 3 into x3. So generally they will write beta, not B, but we are not able to write beta. That's why we are writing B. So generally they will write like this. Beta naught or beta 1. Wow. So beta 1 and here what will come? Beta 2, beta 2. Not coming. Why Saurav is not coming? Not copy. Copied now. Copied now. Copied now. So beta 2, beta 3. And this is called linear regression equation. What is called? Linear regression equation. Linear regression. Understood now? How the linear regression equation found? Because I am not a data scientist, I am a manager. I know that sales equal to TV plus newspaper plus social media. But my data scientist said that, sir, that is wrong. You are providing a equal importance because that is very, very important. That's why you need to change the equation. And the change the equation is what? Coefficients. You need to add the weights. And that weights is nothing but what? Beta 1, beta 2, beta 3. And that beta, now the original equation is what? Y is equal beta 1 into x1, beta 2 into x2, and beta 3 into x3. And this is which equation is called? Linear regression. So in textbook, they will directly give this. But you need to think like that. I am not a technical guy. I'm a manager guy. How can I get this equation? That is the starting point. Then you'll understand the logic in the equation. So that's why we provided that story 20 minutes back, Deepak story. Okay. And that's why we are getting that x1 and x2 and x3, from where we are getting beta 1, beta 2, beta 3. If you have provided the good coefficients, then you will get the good answer. You provide the good equation means good coefficient. Good coefficient means good line. Good coefficient means what here means called? Line. Because coefficients are responsible for what? Coefficients are responsible for what? Line shift. Coefficients are responsible for what? Lines, rotation of line. That means good coefficients means good slope. Good slope means good line. Understood? Your line is good means then that is called your model is good. Model is good. These all are interlinked. These all are interlinked, and that we will see tomorrow. Okay. So this is called linear regression equation. Go at home, understand about the line equations, understand about that how that slope is coming, intercept is coming. Just brush up yourself. Same thing. Whatever I thought here now, just take a pen and book and draw it. Understand how the line is shifting, who is responsible, what is happening this all. And this is called linear regression equation. Understood? Everyone is good? Can you please confirm the chat? Only Nikita is responding. Priyanka, Uma, Arun, Srishti, Sabita, Nagarani. Yeah. Thank you so much. See you tomorrow.